Q&A video. First Q&A ever.
Don't scare her.
Ryan.
Hi.
Katie. Here for our first Q&A video. What I wanted to start off with is kind of encouraging a couple of folks. I wanted to encourage my two new friends on here, Mason and Mason. Both of you guys, younger guys. Just want to encourage you guys to stick with it. You know, keep doing your treatments. I know it's not fun. I know it's, you know, you just kind of want to be normal. You know, I was the exact same way when I was you guys' age. But I wish I could go back in time and be more proactive in taking care of my health. Because if I was, my lung functions probably would be a lot better than what they are right now. So just be encouraged, guys, and just try to do your best to, you know, do your part. You know, take care of the body that you guys have. You got one body, so you know, don't let it go to waste. So just set an example for other folks, and you know what? You're strong. Stay strong, and keep fighting, and you guys are gonna thrive instead of just survive. So I just wanted to encourage you before we started this one. Okay.
Okay, so first question. For someone who is just starting, it can be tiring. So for someone who's just starting to, you know, get in shape, work out, it can be tiring. So how do you build up stamina for that?
Yeah, it can be tiring for anybody, you know.
Yeah.
True
that.
Yeah, not just people with CF, but for folks with CF, for me personally, I know before I even started working out at the gym at all, before I even got a membership, my dad would kind of put me through body weight exercises. So when I first started, I was just doing body weight squats in the living room and just see how many I could do. You know, I started out with like 10. I could do 10 body weight squats. I couldn't even squat a bar, which is 45 pounds. So that's where I started, and I just slowly built up to where I felt like I could go into the gym, and you know, it's it was kind of embarrassing at first because I wasn't able to do a whole lot of weight, and you know, I was 21 years old, and I wasn't able to. I mean, I'm still not able to do a whole lot of weight. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm super strong or anything like that, but I'm saying it was a little bit embarrassing at first. But I encourage you not to let that discourage you. Okay. So to build up stamina, I would start out with body weight squats, and then or body weight squats, walk-in lunges, things like that in your house, in your own home. You could do to build up your lungs to where you're able to handle more.
So basically, start out small reps, easy, no weight, and when you feel like you've got that down without getting tired, then you can move up, right?
Right.
Okay.
Does it look like I'm talking to you?
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so next question.
All right.
What did you do to pack on so much weight, and how long did it take you to do that? So I'm guessing in those pictures.
Okay, so in those pictures that I posted, it took me about, for everything, packing on all the weight and kind of leaning out, it took me about 1.5 years altogether. Maybe a year or 1.5 years, something like that. to put on that much weight, and
And to cut it.
and to cut, yeah. So
What did you do to pack on that weight?
so when I first started, I was 114 pounds. I was malnourished. It was self-induced. I was at the time big into partying, and I cared more about partying and having a good time than my health. And I wanted to pretend like I didn't have CF, like a lot of people do. So basically, what I did was I just started eating more than 1 cup of ramen noodles or oodles and noodles a day, and I slowly increased my calories. It was a slow increase, but it was a steady increase, and it was also making sure I'm taking my enzymes. Now, it got to the point where I really wanted to make sure that I was gaining weight at a pretty quick pace. So what I would do, you can even ask my parents, what I would do is I would make sure that take my enzymes before I eat every single time. Like, I wouldn't allow myself to eat until I took my enzymes. It even got to the point where if we were going out to eat and I forgot my enzymes, I wouldn't eat there. I would take it home and then eat it after I took my enzymes. And I would set my alarm on my phone to go off every 2 hours, and it says eat again, eat some more, and it would just do it every 2 hours to where I was at least eating something, getting some kind of calories in, and that's how I did it. And it eventually got to the point where I didn't have to rely on the alarm. I was just naturally hungry every 2 hours.
Yeah. Next question. How do you have so much energy? How do you build it up to exercise?
So with exercise, you'll eventually gain energy. For me, what I focused on when I was gaining that weight was solely on making sure I was eating, working out, and resting. I slept, I took naps. Not because I felt like I had to, but the heavier I got, the more I slept because I was sleeping better at night. I was getting better quality sleep, and I loved it because my body was catching up on it. So basically, I would sleep. I'd make sure I'm getting adequate amount of sleep, and I would also make sure that it was a slow increase with energy. It took a while for my energy to come back, but as my BMI was higher, my FEV1s were higher, and I was able to breathe easier, and I slept a lot better as well. So it takes a while. Just take naps, eat, take naps. If your schedule allows that, that's optimal for anybody who's into fitness, is being able to lounge around and sleep and eat and work out all day.
Cool. How do you keep yourself motivated?
How do I keep myself motivated? Well, first of all, what motivates me is my wife, my beautiful wife. She motivates me to, she's so encouraging all the time. And
Sometimes it bugs you.
sometimes it bugs me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, sometimes it bugs me, but I know what she means. She loves me. I love her. And honestly, ultimately, I just want to be there for her as best I can. And the healthier I am, the more I'm able to do things physically, and I'm able to, help her out with carrying groceries up the stairs and stuff like that. I want to be able to do that kind of stuff. going to be able to be there for a really long time. So that's my main drive right now. Also, I like to see the increase in my FEV1s. My FEV1s go up. I love seeing my weights go up in the gym. My weights go up on the scale. It's fun for me. It wasn't at first. It really wasn't at first. It took me a good solid 6 months, and then I started seeing results quickly and rapidly to where I was like, wow, this is actually really fun, because I see my body changing like right before my eyes. It was amazing, because I started taking it more seriously.
Next question.
Next question.
How did you build up? So how did you like build your muscle up?
So basically, what it boils down to is being consistent, making sure that taking care of your health is like your job. You want to do well at your job. You want promotions. You want raises. You want to become your own boss. Taking care of your health is like a full-time job. It really is, especially with folks who have CF and especially with folks with CF, you know. So just making sure that you're taking it seriously and you're consistent with it, and you're eating enough, eating frequently, and you're training frequently also. I worked out about 4 to 5 times a week, and I do now still currently, but when I was in those pictures, I was working out about 4 or 5 times a week. So
sorry about that, guys. We have a kitten and she kind of planted her claws into my foot out of nowhere. That's what I keep looking at too, by the way. She's playing in my blanket. Okay, so what are you eating to gain weight?
So, in all honesty, in those in that picture where I gained all that weight,
I am now, kind of.
and I'm now kind of, but I wasn't eating the healthiest. You know, I was eating out fairly good bit, and Chick-fil-A and Chipotle and all that kind of stuff. But I was getting my protein in, I was getting my carbs in, and my fats in. So I was making sure that I was consistent with hitting my macros, macronutrient intake, or my calories for the day. So, and that's what we implement over at my dad's business, JM Fitness. We use, you know, if it fits your macros, flexible dieting. That's a better term for it. Yeah, we use flexible dieting. So if we have fats and carbs left over, hey, guess what? I'm going to save some fats and carbs to go out to eat. So it's really fun, you know.
Or to eat some candy.
Or to eat some candy.
Or ice cream.
Or yeah, some
La, la, la.
half-baked ice cream.
No, so good. Ben and Jerry's. Alright, next question. Have you had a transplant?
No, I have not had a transplant.
Cool. Let's see. How long did it take you to get to where you are now?
Oh, well, to where I'm at right now, I'm 158. I was 126 when I went into the hospital. In December, so a total of I went into the hospital like December the 4th or something like that. And now it's January the 20th, so almost 2 months. I went from 126 to 158. But beforehand, it was, you know, it took about a year and a half to complete all of that stuff to get to where I was in those pictures. So I'm on my way back up.
Road to recovery?
Road to Recovery. Road to Recovery is the series that I'm doing after I got out of the hospital. I decided to make a series called Road to Recovery. You guys should check it out on my channel.
Okay, so what advice would you have for kids who hate to like be active, play sports, stuff like that?
So for kids who hate that kind of stuff, which, you know, there's always something that you could do to be fun. It would be fun and it would be active. My parents did a really, really good job at that. You know, we would have we would challenge each other. We would have contests. You know, just spur of the moment. Oh well, we would take our old hoses from our breathing treatment, our nebulizers, and do how many jump ropes could we do in a row without tripping over ourselves. So I mean, it was always fun stuff. You know, how many push-ups can we do in a row? How many sit-ups can we do in a row? You know, just really fun stuff like that. Who can hold their breath the longest? We were constantly doing stuff like that, and it was always really fun. Healthy competition. My dad always won everything every time, and he doesn't let us forget it, even to today.
I think, like, okay, I don't have CF, but just in general for kids and when it comes to athletics, and I think it's a lot more tempting for kids to just stay inside these days because of technology, but I know my parents, I don't think they ever told me this, but it seemed like they wanted to keep us in at least one sport. So I think it was kind of like, whatever you find that you like, that's great, but like, I tried out like soccer, basketball, golf, cheerleading, tumbling, and horseback riding, and I ended up sticking to cheerleading and tumbling. I loved horseback riding, but it was pretty pricey. But you know, I stuck to one thing, and I think we want to bring that on to our kids. Like, it's good health wise, and obviously like socialization and stuff. But just finding kind of what Ryan said, finding what they want, finding what's fun for them.
And making it a physical activity. You can make anything a physical activity.
Yeah.
You can make playing video games a physical activity. You know, like, you know, how long can you stand on one leg while you're playing a game? Like, you know, just silly stuff. I mean, we would always come up with silly, fun stuff at the house. But yeah.
Get creative, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We have 3 more questions. Okay. So how have you noticed the benefits of weight gain and fitness in other areas of your health? So like, how has like weight gain and fitness helped with lung function, for example?
So with lung functions, the higher your BMI is, generally the better your FEV1s are. And I'm only saying that because my doctor told me that, not because I know that. But generally, the higher your weight is, the heavier you are, the higher your BMI, the better your FEV1s are. And I've seen it to where I'm able to rest better. I'm a lot more alert throughout the day. And I mean, overall, I feel like it's a better quality of life, you know.
What about like mental health? How does it affect your
Well, mentally, you know, if you start seeing muscles and stuff, and you know, you start seeing the numbers on the scale going up or the numbers in the gym going up, and you're just looking better in the mirror, of course you're going to be, you know, it's going to be encouraging to you because you're like, wow, you know, this stuff's working. So it definitely, and then not only that, you're seeing your FEV1s go up. That's definitely that's a very huge motivator for me, because that really it's just positive. It's just a positive way to look at things.
Cool. Okay, what exercises do you recommend the most for your fellow CFers, and why?
Okay, well, the ones that I recommend the most are squats. Anything to do with legs, squats mainly, walk-in lunges, leg press. So anything to do with squats, legs, anything like that. What it does is it really builds your endurance, I believe. I mean, it really makes you cough.
I didn't do that on purpose.
That wasn't planned, I promise. That was
No.
cool. That was no, I said it wasn't
Oh, I
planned.
thought you said that was
No.
planned.
So yeah, legs, anything legs, cardio, treadmill, stuff like that. Best stuff there.
Right. Okay, let's see. This is kind of a longer question. Are there any exercises you wouldn't recommend for someone with compromised lung function? If so, is there something you would replace that exercise with?
No, I mean, I think that any kind of physical activities is good activity because you are being active, you're getting that junk up, and you're able to just, you're able to breathe better ultimately. So, really just focusing on,
Slowly building up.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't think any, as long as you were doing it safely, as long as you're, making sure that you're taking all the safety precautions to do these exercises, like don't, work your way up. It's a steady progression.
I think that's it, man. That was
That's
pretty
it.
good.
Hey guys, thank you for asking all your questions.
We have no energy right now, to be honest with y'all, because it is 9:57 p.m. So it's
And we're
like,
normally in the bed at like 8:30.
Okay, no,
No.
we're not that big of losers. Like 9:30.
No, 9. Well, I do. I need my beauty sleep. She's already beautiful.
Aw, thanks, babe. I need my attitude sleep.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this one. We'll be posting a lot more. Katie's
Hopefully
actually
when
got
we're more energized.
Katie's got some videos coming up. We're going to be posting that Sunday. It's going to be exciting. Make sure you watch that one because it's going to be really, really good.
Oh, don't build it up, man.
I'm just saying it's going to be probably better than any of the other videos we've ever done.
It's just
So-
God, don't put that on.
We're not going to don't tell them. All right, guys. Until the next video, which will be
Bye.
Katie. Goodbye.